Coming up on Sports Paws, the women's ice hockey team had their season opening weekend at the M&T Bank Arena.
Plus, volleyball opened up MAAC play against Sacred Heart and Fairfield this weekend.
Also, women's soccer had a rematch of the last year's MAAC Championship against Fairfield.
All that and more coming up on Sports Paws starting right now.
Welcome back to Sports Paws. My name is Patrick Walsh.
And I'm Nick Olson. Let's get right into the action.
The women's ice hockey team took on the Maine Black Bears to begin their regular season at the M&T Bank Arena. When these two teams last met last year in Orono, the Bobcats outscored the Black Bears 11-0. Jumping straight into first period action, a quick shot from Maine's Isabel Michaud is stopped by Felicia Frank in the opening minutes of the game. Bobcats in the forecheck. Jod Bibarati finds Bryn Pryor's backdoor for the first goal of the new season. Bobcats out to a 1-0 lead. More offensive zone action for KU. The puck finds Ella Sinnick's stick, and she puts it home to give the Bobcats a 2-goal lead. That would also be Sinnick's first career goal. Heading into the middle frame, Maine picks up the pace in the opening minutes, but Frank is up to the challenge, stopping another good chance from the Black Bears. But Frank isn't unbreakable. Maine will find a crack in the wall as Haley Ryan deflects a shot from the point and into the net. The lead is now cut in half. Shorthanded breakaway coming up here for Maine, and they are able to tie the game off of the stick of Gracie Hansen. Her first career goal comes at a key time for the Black Bears. Quinnipiac is not out of this one yet, though. Michaela Watson will find Alex Law as the Bobcats' power play expires and as she scores her first in a Bobcat uniform. The lead is back in favor of Quinnipiac. Heading into the final seconds of regulation, the first shot is saved by Felicia Frank. It is going to be knocked out to the neutral zone and brought back in, but a second chance will be stopped by the Swedish netminder. And the Bobcats are able to survive and pick up their first win of the season. The Bobcats score 3 goals in the win, and Frank makes 17 saves in the opening game of the season. Quinnipiac will look for the weekend sweep at 3 o'clock on Saturday.
And in this game, the Bobcats are looking to sweep Maine for the 5th season in a row. But the team would have a new face in goal for Game 2. Merrimack transfer Callie Hogarth makes her Quinnipiac starting debut against the Black Bears. Early minutes of the first period, an error from Zoe Ewens gives Mackenzie Podwell a marquee chance in front, and she makes no mistake. Maine in control early, 1-0 Black Bears. But the Bobcats wouldn't go down without a fight. Bryn Pryor's shot rebounds off Kia Latinen. The puck goes to Pryor, and Jod Barbaretti taps it home for her first career goal. The game is knotted up at 1. 2-on-1 chance for the Black Bears, but Michaela Border rips a shot from the top of the circle and scores over the glove of Hogarth. Maine takes the lead heading into intermission. The Bobcats decide to change their goalie as Felicia Frank comes into the game for Callie Hogarth. The switch seems to have sparked the Bobcats as Michaela Watson scores a highlight reel goal falling down while shooting the puck. She ties the game back up, but Maine would score afterwards to retake the lead. In the third, it's Watson again, but from the point, her shot gets deflected in front by Tessa Hulk, and it goes into the back of the net. The goal will get reviewed for a high stick call, but the call would stand. The game is now tied. To overtime we go. Kaylin LaMarche's shot gets deflected from the high slot, and it finds the stick of Jod Barbaretti, and she wins it for the Bobcats. The first year from France comes up huge for Quinnipiac, scoring twice in the win. Through 40 minutes of ice time, Felicia Frank stopped 9 shots that came her way. The Bobcats complete the weekend sweep as the team awaits for their USCHO poll rankings. This weekend was special for one member of the Bobcats, as Ella Johnson took on her sister Sophia, who plays for the Black Bears. Women's ice hockey beat reporter Spencer Decker has the story.
Despite 2 competitive teams facing off in Hamden, there was also one family. Ella Johnson from Quinnipiac and Sophia, her sister, competed as Quinnipiac battled Maine over the weekend at M&T Bank Arena. Ella Johnson comes in as a first year at Quinnipiac, but head coach Cass Turner couldn't wait to see her developed and get to see her family in Hamden.
Yeah, it's huge. I ran into her mom a couple weeks ago because her younger sister plays as well, and they were so excited for this. You know, it's an amazing family who's sacrificed a lot for hockey. They're from Alaska. They've lived in a lot of different places to make this all happen for their kids. So it was a really neat moment for their family.
In attendance on Saturday was Ella and Sophia's mother, Chi Dow, who could not be happier to see her daughters playing in Division I college hockey.
What's really nice as their mom is that they get on the ice, they compete as hard as they can against each other, and at the end of the day, they gave each other a hug.
It took 2 years with Ella's sister, Sophia, being a junior at Maine. But in Ella's first year, she got to play alongside her sister with her family in attendance.
It's so amazing. I mean, this was a dream of ours since we were little tiny kids. I mean, we grew up playing backyard pond hockey with each other. Even though we have a pretty big age gap, I still played with her a good bit on many teams through high school. I played with her, and then my freshman year, I was like, oh, we got to play Quinnipiac every year, and then she ended up committing. A couple months later, I'm like, oh, this is amazing, and it's so cool to be here playing against her, and I'm super proud of her too for making it this far too. So yeah.
Ella Johnson may have had to wait 2 years for this moment to happen, but it was certainly something that she did not keep off of her mind.
I don't know, I've been looking forward to these games the whole week and basically for the past 3 months, but growing up, I played with my sister all the time, and then finally being her opponent at such a high level, it's just so fun, and it's just that battle of the sibling rivalry is just there through every whistle.
Now, even though Sophia is the older sister, her and Ella will continue the battle in the 2025 season, as both of them have a lot of time left in their collegiate careers. Reporting for Q30 Sports, I'm Spencer Decker.
Earlier today, the newest USCSHO women's ice hockey poll was released. Quinnipiac sits at number 8 with 151 points, moving up 2 spots from last week. Wisconsin stays put at number 1 with all 20 first-place votes. Ohio State, who has not played a game yet, sits at number 2. Minnesota follows them up at 3rd. The Bobcats will head to Providence Friday to take on the Friars at 2 p.m.
Moving to the pitch, the women's soccer team took on Fairfield in their only regular season rematch of the last 2 MAAC championships. As I just mentioned, the Bobcats have faced off in the last 2 MAAC championships, with Quinnipiac taking the title in 2023 and Fairfield winning last year. The first half was a defensive battle with no scoring, but the second was filled with close calls and controversy. Early in the second, Maddie Theriot is going to take it down the alley. She'll send it in the box. Corey Anderson will attempt to clear it, but it'll land at the feet of Sam Kirsch. She rips a shot, but Olivia Jarvis makes the save. She would have 5 saves in this game. Then Addison Earl will save it from going out of bounds. She will find Morgan Kupo. Kupo will drive into the box towards the net, but she gets taken out. The team not happy with the no call there. Immediately after, the Stags will rush down the field. QU's Madison Alves gets the foot on it, but it'll bounce to Peyton Zahn, who will send it to the opposite side of the box, and Ashley McMahon is waiting with a jumping header. She'll put the Stags on the board with under 10 minutes to go. Fairfield thinks this one is in the bag with a 1-0 lead, but the Bobcats will show a lot of fight. Coming up in the 83rd minute, Anderson will find Anna Bean, who will find Earl cutting into the box. She sends it in, but a great save coming up here by goalkeeper Katie Wright will keep the Stags on top. Good news for the Bobcats, though. It's not over. Owls will get a hold of a loose ball. Pass it to Kubo in front of the net. She'll miss it, but don't fear. Corey Anderson is here as she ties it up for the Bobcats with 40 seconds to go. The team is hyped. Dave Clark is very hype, and of course, the lacrosse team on the sideline is hype as well. This roller coaster would end in a tie, and the Bobcats would steal 2 points from the Stags. Clark and the Cats would head up north on Saturday to take on the MAAC Warriors at 1 o'clock.
Women's soccer beat reporter Rose Carrata talked to first-year Corey Anderson after his first collegiate goal secured the draw against Fairfield.
In a MAAC Championship rematch, the Quinnipiac Bobcats tied the Fairfield Stags 1-1, and first-year Corey Anderson found the back of the net with 40 seconds left to score her first collegiate goal of her career. Quinnipiac women's soccer team has a well-understood rivalry with Fairfield after playing them in the last 2 consecutive MAAC Championship games, and Corey Anderson has just gotten a taste of the fierceness of the Stags.
I think we did well as a team, staying composed, working till the last second, and always giving it our all. It's definitely a rival. We knew it was going to be a big game, and we had to step up to that. We wanted to either get a point or 3 points, so a point is better than nothing.
Women's soccer head coach Dave Clark is well aware of the potential of Anderson's ability.
I mean, Corey's, potential Rookie of the Year candidate. She's going to be one of the best players in the league moving forward. I mean, truthfully, that's a player that, I'm so happy to have.
The first year's goal came after a series of unfortunate events. After a controversial no call on the Bobcats, Fairfield gained momentum and scored with 8 minutes left in the second half. It was because of Anderson's follow-through that she was able to find a loose ball with 40 seconds to spare.
I was just surprised at first, but I worked hard to get there, so it was a good feeling.
Yeah, she's been awesome for us all season. She's really come into her own. She was there. She's been working really hard. She's been getting on the end of balls. She's been driving into the 18. So
for her to get that. It's a great time for her to get her confidence up, and we'll get it moving into the next game.
While the game may have ended in a tie, the comeback will give the Bobcats the drive they need in their upcoming matchups. Reporting for Q30 Sports, I'm Rose Carrata.
The women's soccer team then traveled to MAAC, where Morgan Cupo scored unassisted in the 82nd minute to give the Bobcats the 2-1 win. Addison Earl picked up the first goal for the Bobcats, while Kylie Fuller scored her 8th goal of the season for the Warriors. Cupo and Isabella Torelli picked up assists on Earl's goal, and goalkeeper Olivia Jarvis had 4 saves in her 3rd win and her 4th straight start. MAAC goalkeeper Addison Israel also had 1 save in the game. Quinnipiac will travel to Siena this Wednesday at 3 o'clock.
As we are about to turn to October, let's take our first look at the MAAC women's soccer standings. The Bobcats currently sit in 2nd place after their win over the Warriors with a conference record of 3-0-2 for 11 points and an overall record of 3-3-3. Canisius has the top spot in the conference with all 4 of their wins coming in conference play and a 4-4 overall record. Upcoming Quinnipiac opponent Niagara sits in 10th place, while Mount St. Mary's, Ryder, and Iona round out the list. It's time for our first commercial break of the night. But when Sports Paws returns, volleyball opened MAAC play this weekend with matches against Sacred Heart and Fairfield with program records on the line.
The men's soccer team took on St. Peter's Peacocks, looking for their 2nd straight victory and first MAAC win of the year. Don't go anywhere, because Sports Paws will be right back after this commercial break.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing we do to keep us focused.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health.
Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health.
Find the resources you need to keep your mental health a priority.
Love your mind.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. 2 milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable. The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kids should know.
Have you ever helped a fellow veteran?
Yes.
I do my best reaching out to my brothers and sisters in arms.
Have you ever asked for help yourself?
Most of us, we're not gonna admit that we need to help.
You don't have someone to kind of help you guide those thoughts. It can be really bad.
It's just a beautiful space when someone can trust you and say, listen, I need help.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Welcome back to Sports Paws. Ahead of conference play, 3 Bobcats earned MAAC awards. Elena Giacometti earned MAAC Player of the Week after leading the team in kills in every match. Carola Negron Diaz was named Libero of the Week after leading the team with 49 kills in 3 matches. Ganesh earned Setter of the Week after earning 135 assists through the weekend. The volleyball team kicked off MAAC play against in-state opponent Sacred Heart on Friday.
Setter Damla Ganesh was also looking to break Quinnipiac's Division I assists record.
Quinnipiac opened up MAAC play on Friday at Sacred Heart. The Bobcats look to come out strong in their home state after spending a lot of time on the road.
Early on in the first set, Yammer Ganesh aces the Pioneers to give the Bobcats a 3-2 lead.
Later on, Leilani Kaijusta fires off a spike that Sacred Heart is able to control, but Elena Giacometti stuffs a Lauren Hubert kill attempt.
Great teamwork there by Quinnipiac. To finish off the set after a long rally, Sacred Heart's Emily Sawyer slams it over the net, but Giacometti will go full extension to keep the point alive. The Bobcats win the first set 25-14.
Moving into the second set now, Giacometti continues her stellar performance as her and Melanie Silva earn another block against Sacred Heart. Great block from those two.
Later on in the set, libero Carola Negron Diaz makes a diving save to set up a juice to kill. Quinnipiac increased their lead to 2-0 after their win in the second set.
The Bobcats looking for the sweep in the third. Negron Diaz sets up a Giacometti missile that ricochets off a Pioneer. Despite the kill, it wasn't enough to sweep Sacred Heart in the third set.
While Quinnipiac did lose the third set, setter Damla Ganesh would break the Quinnipiac Division I record for assists. She ended the game with 38 assists.
Now heading into the final set, the Bobcats came out ready to play, going on a 13-0 run to begin the fourth set. Milena Silva gets the block up front, and then the kill for the Bobcats. Great play. Quinnipiac ran away with the fourth set, winning it 25-12. The Bobcats earned their first MAAC win, 3-1, against the Pioneers.
Yeah, she juiced it. Volleyball beat reporter Brianna Trachtenberg talked to Damla Ganesh after she went down in Quinnipiac record books.
After earning 30 assists against Sacred Heart on Friday night, Damla Ganesh broke the Quinnipiac Division I assist record. Damla Ganesh broke the record Friday night at 3,432 assists during the MAAC opener. The record had previously been held by setter Kayla Lawler, class of 2011.
I kind of cried when they told me I didn't know. It means a lot because I put in a lot of work, and sometimes it's very, very hard, it's very tough, and if you ever lose, I take that accountability on myself. I do put a lot of pressure on myself. So, receiving these kind of stuff kind of makes me relieved. In a way, I'm okay, I'm here. And obviously, this is something I've dreamt about. So, it feels very good and proud. Breaking the assist record is one of the many accolades that... After earning 30 assists against Quinnipiac, including becoming the Bobcats' first MAAC setter of the year in 2023 and earning it the next year as well.
She's a really good player, and I'm not shocked. I should know these things, but you guys know me enough. I focus on these guys and the team and all that, but yeah, she's a really good player, so it's no surprise to me.
The moment was extra special with Damla's sister Yagmir Ganesh being there to support her on every step of the way.
I would say beyond words, because I see all the effort she puts in, everything behind the scenes that she's going through. I think she was working really hard, and I'm glad that it's paying off.
After moving 1-0 tonight, the Bobcats will face off against the Fairfield Stags on Saturday. Reporting from the Pitt Athletic Center, Brianna Trachtenberg, Key30 Sports.
The team then traveled back down the I-95 to take on the Fairfield Stags. The Stags would take the match 3-1. Elena Giacometti led the Bobcats with 19 kills, while Damla Ganesh had 41 assists. Fairfield's Emma Bortolotti led the team with 15 kills, and Sofia Zakut had 33 assists. Quinnipiac will travel to take on MAAC tomorrow at 6 o'clock. The men's soccer team is looking for their first MAAC win of the year as they took on the St. Peter's Peacocks. The men's soccer team had their first MAAC home game of the season against St. Peter's on Saturday. Nicholas Cardona making his second start in net since returning from injury. Let's see what he could do. Jumping right into the first half, Francisco Ferreira sends the long ball, but the Peacocks are able to clear it. Just minutes later, William Hollum at the top of the key passes the ball, attempts the shot, but St. Peter's goalie Moritz Conrad makes the save. Bobcats with another attempt here, working their way in the 18. Conrad cuts off the angle. Quinnipiac, no goal. Just after that, Sievert Rizdalsnes crosses the ball into the box. Hala makes the connection and scores. Bobcats up 1-0. Hallam excited here to get the early lead. We see him celebrating with João Pinto. Now going into the second half, we see Sixten Carlson shoots the long ball from just outside the box. Conrad covers the ball. The save keeps the game at 1-0. Adam Holt kicks the ball to Tim Streel, who shouldered it, but Cardona makes the jumping save. Quinnipiac still leads 1-0. Hallam is back for more now as Carlson passes the ball straight to Hallam as he sends one back deep into the net for the second goal of the game. The Bobcats get a 2-0 lead over the Peacocks in the second half. Frederick Moen makes the attempt, but Conrad makes a sliding save to keep the Bobcats from scoring. Quinnipiac earns their first MAAC win after going up 2-0 against St. Peter's. They'll play Sacred Heart on Wednesday at home.
William Hollum and Matt Cardona picked up the MAAC Awards for Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week, respectively. Hallam scored both Bobcat goals on 5 shots in the win over St. Peter's. The sophomore from Norway now has 3 goals on the season and has started 8 out of 9 games for Quinnipiac. Cardona did not allow a goal and faced 5 Peacock shots in the game. The senior goalkeeper has started the last 2 games and has helped the Bobcats win in both. Field hockey's Francisca Escoyas has picked up yet another Big East Honor Roll award. The sophomore midfielder was named to the list for the 3rd time this season. This came after she tied her own program single-game points record with 9 against MAAC last Sunday. Escoyas has started every game for the Bobcats and has 8 goals along with 7 assists for 23 points this year.
Nina Klein's squad traveled down to Norfolk, Virginia for a Big East matchup with Old Dominion. The Bobcats would fall to the Monarchs 2-0 and would move to 0-2 in conference play. Josie Painter and Avery Jackson picked up the goals for Old Dominion, who are 2nd in the conference. Quinnipiac's goalkeeper Christina Torres had 5 saves, while Old Dominion netminder Sus Borres saved 2 Bobcat shots. The team will take on Temple in Friday at 1 o'clock. Let's have a look at the current Big East field hockey standings. Quinnipiac is currently in 7th place with an 0-2 conference record and a 5-4 overall record. Liberty sits at top of the conference with a 2-0 record, a 7-1 overall record, and a 3-game winning streak. Old Dominion and Temple are in 2nd and 3rd place. Georgetown rounds out the standings in last place.
It is time for the second commercial break of the show. But when we come back, we will go over the men's ice hockey ECAC preseason polls as well as a preseason award for one Bobcat forward.
And it will be time for everyone's favorite part of the show, the top 5 plays from the past week of Quinnipiac Athletics. Stick around, Bobcats, because Sports Paws will be right back.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Guys! We had to make a commercial for #that right now. What do we do?
How long do we have? We only had 2 months to do this.
We could explain that it's a pop culture news show that covers everything from movies, music, and video games.
Yeah, and we can also talk about how there's pre-recorded segments that vary from reviews to in-depth discussions.
We should also mention that it broadcasts live every Monday at 7 p.m. on q30tv.com/watch.
I think that covers everything. Did you guys get that down?
Welcome back in the Studio 125. The ECAC Men's Ice Hockey preseason poll has picked the Bobcats to once again repeat as Cleary Cup champions. Quinnipiac received 129 points in the poll alongside 9 first-place votes. The Clarkson Golden Knights and reigning conference tournament champion Cornell Big Red came in 2nd and 3rd place, with both teams also receiving first-place votes. Brand Pecknold's team will begin the new season this Friday at Boston College, where they will take on the Eagles at 7 p.m.
Junior forward Mason Marcellus was named to the 25-26 ECAC Men's Hockey Preseason All-League team. Marcellus led the Bobcats in scoring during conference play with 22 points, consisting of 8 goals, 14 assists in 22 games. His steady production was crucial for Quinnipiac's success last season. The newly named assistant captain looks to repeat his success again this year.
Men's ice hockey beat reporter Ava Heaton went up York Hill to talk to the Bobcats ahead of their season opener in Chestnut Hill.
On Friday, October 3rd, the Quinnipiac men's ice hockey team will open up their season against the Boston College Eagles at Conti Forum. The last time these two teams faced off was in the 2024 NCAA Regional Final, where the Eagles defeated the Bobcats 5-4 in overtime. Quinnipiac's history against BC shows a 4-2-2 record, with the team's last win being in 2022 on the road. This game will include 8 Boston Bruins prospects, 2 for the Bobcats and 6 for the Eagles, notably BC's James Hagans and Quinnipiac's Elliot Gronwald and Chris Pelosi. This game marks the team's start of their 50th anniversary season and the start of Victor Trineskinair's captaincy.
It's an honor. It feels great representing, all the boys, and I got great leaders behind me helping out and team following, so it's awesome. If more guys can believe in themselves, I think we're stronger as a unit, so I don't need to be, picking out guys every day and telling them every day what to work on. I think just collectively everyone's holding each other accountable, so it's just a nice group.
Another storyline heading into this game is Charlie Letty's return to Boston College for the first time since transferring into Quinnipiac last season, and he looks to make an immediate impact as a leader.
I don't necessarily find it that important to me. I mean, obviously I want to stick it to them, but, I have some friends there and stuff, but, it's a good test for the guys coming out of the gate, top 5 opponents, so we can go in there and, play our butts off, and, we should hopefully come out for the win. I want to be a leader on the ice and off the ice, and, I don't think I would qualify myself as like a demanding kind of leader, or Vic, he's got to be a little more stern with people. He's the captain, right? So, I like to joke and have fun, but I also like to, bring it all together and bring everyone together.
That's all I have here from M&T Bank Arena. Back to Nick and Patrick at the desk.
Half of the women's golf team teed off this morning in Lopatcong, New Jersey. The Bobcats are currently second place at 8 over par as a team through 36 holes. Sophia Fujita currently leads the tournament with a score of 5 under par. Her teammate Samantha Gilantini is currently second place with a score of 2 under par. The third and fourth rounds will be tomorrow at 8:30 a.m.
The other half of the team headed to the Great River Golf Club in Milford, Connecticut for the Sacred Heart Fall Classic. The Bobcats are in 6th place with a score of 62 over par after 2 rounds in round 1. Amy Goddard led the scoring with 6 over par. In round 2, Michelle Wong shot 4 over with 2 birdies. The Bobcats will finish their rounds tomorrow starting at 9:30 a.m. Nick, there have been 5 highlights so far this episode, but there's still 1 remaining.
That's right. It's now time for the top 5 plays of the week. Number 5, starting off on the soccer field for play number 5, William Hollum on the rebound snipes one in for the Bobcats' first goal. Hollum celebrating the goal with João Pinto for the 1-0 lead. Bobcats win 2-0 against the Peacocks.
Now play number 4, staying on the turf, but now with the women's soccer team. It's a last-minute goal for Corey Anderson to tie against in-state rival Fairfield. Anderson's first career goal came at just the right time for the Bobcats.
Play number 3. Makes the diving save to lead to Leilani Kaijus to kill. Great play there. Quinnipiac wins their first MAAC game 2-3-1.
Women's soccer once again. Morgan Kugel kicks the game-winning goal from outside the box. Quinnipiac comes out on top 2-1 against MAAC.
Play number 1 now on the ice. Michaela Watson makes the diving goal, sliding all the way into the net. The Bobcats defeat the Black Bears 4-3 in overtime to start their season. That's all the time we have for tonight. Thank you to all the producers and everyone who worked so hard behind the scenes.
Make sure to follow Q30 Sports on X and Instagram and watch all of our shows from all 3 departments at Q30TV.com. For Nick Olson, I'm Patrick Walsh. This has been Sports Paws signing off for now, Quinnipiac.